morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. We are back in full effect. I've had a wonderful holiday, had a little bit of a rest, did a bit of a chomping on the bits, chatted, went some places, and I've come right back, right here where we belong, in the Cannon Fodder TV studios. But I tell you what, we've got a bit of a banger of a show actually. We've got so many, how can I say this, segments. Yeah, Cannon Fodder TV segments and transfer news segments. But I tell you what, we're going to get into this one because there's so much to talk about on the other side of this music intro. I'm just watching the notifications, on my phone. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Like it just says, it says in a different colour, as advertised earlier, in black and white, not red and white. So just click the like button. I would like you to come to a live chat if you want to, but you don't have to. It's going to be a bit of a banger of a show, actually. We've got so many bits and pieces that we need to get through in such a short space of time. We need to do some cooking. But thank you for joining me on this evening show right here now. And it seems the news segment not only come from Canal 4 TV, but I'll just say when the news broke, actually, I think maybe 24, maybe 48 hours ago, in regards to David Raya. Now, what's been going on since I've been away? Well, Thomas Frank has made it clear that Brentford are willing to sell David Raya for the right price amid transfer interest from Arsenal. Now, Raya has just 1 year remaining on his current contract with the Bees, and he's actually turned down the option to extend that. And actually, there's been some other clubs who's been hovering around him, Man United and German giants at Bayern Munich. But nobody yet has been willing to meet the club's asking price. What's the asking price? £40 million for the Spanish international, who is now attracting interest from the Gunners. Yes, that is right. I mean, I was just thinking, first things first. First things first. Look at the stats. All right. Let me just remove this caption here so you can see everything. So here's the stats here between the two goalkeepers, Premier League goalkeepers, across 38 games. Goals conceded. Well, Raya has conceded 3 more goals than Ramsdale. Clean sheets. Ramsdale has more clean sheets than Raya. Now, save percentage, I mean, almost 10% between that, 69% compared to 77%. Passing accuracy, well, Ramsdale is clearly, well, not say clearly, but just ahead on 63%, and errors leading to goals, well, just one between them. So I'm just thinking, what is the furrow? Why? I don't know. I don't know. Is Mikel Arteta, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to unsettle Aaron Ramsdale? What's going on here? I don't know. You know, what are you thinking? Are we looking for a number one, or what is it? What is it we're trying to do? Why is he? If you believe the reports, why are Arsenal, Edu, and Mikel Arteta? Because from what I've been reading, Raya is strongly linked with a move to Arsenal. But then the stats tells you we've got Matt Turner, who's clearly a number 2, can't get much game time. I think it's probably 7 appearances across all competitions except the Premier League. So I mean, that's the stats right there. I'm just trying to fathom, why would Mikel Arteta want to go for a strong alternative goalkeeper, who, for me, it would be, you need to take your pick between 2 strong goalkeepers. What is he trying to do? Now, from the morning show, I did say that it's good to have competition in all places. Whoever you are, whether you're a marquee signing, we've just had Declan Rice, £105 million. You know, don't think that you can't get substituted. It can happen, and it will happen, or it should happen. But with the goalkeeping situation here, I'm thinking, right, what are we doing? Competition. We need competition. All the players need competition. You can't have players thinking that no matter what happens, they're going to be a sure start in the first team. We can't have that. Can't have that. So, come into the live chat if you want to. You can just listen to me just banging on about the new segments. But I'm thinking, what is Mikel Arteta trying to do here? Is he just trying to, again, create some competition, but, really good season. An excellent 2 seasons at Arsenal. Not the best goalkeeper. Not the best goalkeeper, but he's had a relatively good season. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Oh, I'm just trying to kind of figure that one out. No. Anyway, the second news segment. Oops, if I can find it here. I've lost it. This one's an interesting one, actually. It kind of made me chuckle or laugh, or I don't know. What was I thinking? Jay-Z. Music star Jay-Z is reported plotting a bid to take over Tottenham. They're not down the road. Of the current owner, Joe Lewis, was accused of inside trading. Spurs owner Lewis has been charged with conducting an inside trading scheme by prosecutors in the United States. And if found guilty, would be forced to give up his ownership of the club per the Premier League rules. And on the back of the charges, it appears that Jay-Z is waiting in the wings to come in. I don't know. Is this a joke? Is this a joke or what? Anyway, the American rapper has previously opened up on his interest to invest in the Premier League club. Speaking back in 2010, he said, "I don't know a lot about the business of soccer, but in the future, if the right opportunity presents itself, then who knows? I am a businessman, and I will always look at an opportunity, and if it feels right, great." This interest was, however, reported at the time to be in Spurs' great rivals Arsenal. Having previously revealed his allegiances lie with the Gunners when it comes to football. So I'm thinking, oh, right. But is this one true? Jay-Z, man, I'm thinking, come in for Arsenal. Forget about Denmark down the road. Can he save them? Can he save Denmark down the road? Anyway, who knows? Anyway, the next news segment is quite an interesting one. Jurgen Timber has penned some messages and a note on a post-it note for Erik ten Hag. No, I'm joking. Jurgen Timber has paid tribute to Erik ten Hag for his work in helping him to become a better footballer. As we know, Timber joined from Ajax earlier in the summer, snubbing a chance to link up back with now current Man United manager Ten Hag. The defender played under United boss for 3 seasons after breaking into the senior setup at Ajax, winning 2 Eredivisie titles together. But that success was not enough to convince Timber to move to Old Trafford, instead picking Arsenal as his next club. The Gunners paid £40 million to buy the defender, but puts his rise in stardom down to the work with Ten Hag. He said in his own words, Erik ten Hag gave me confidence and made me a much better footballer. I decided to stay an extra year at Ajax and develop as a player. Now the time feels right, Timber said after Arsenal beat Barcelona 5-3 last week Thursday. I didn't see the game. I didn't see it. I was out on my holidays. So yes, it's from what I saw, a little bit from what I saw, Timber looks all right, but the business starts in the Premier League. Pre-season, I get it. The manager wants to see which players are ready or the players who are not ready. But the business got to do that performance, have that performance when it matters. Actually, everything matters in the Premier League. All right, I don't know. Let me guys know. Let me know what you think about that. All right, the next news segment is also another interesting one. What's going on? I can't get my words out. Sambi Lokonga, I think he's probably going to be leaving Arsenal. Lokonga is set to join Burnley on a season-long loan spell. According to reports, the Belgian midfielder is expected to make the switch to Vincent Kompany's side, having spent the second half of last season on loan at Crystal Palace. To be honest, I think this might be a good move for him. I think Vincent Kompany has spoken highly of the Belgian midfielder. So I think he might feel better under Kompany's tutelage. I don't know. But I just kind of get the feeling this might be a better move. Ideally, depending how things go, I think he might want to make it a permanent move. But it's just saying here that it's most likely going to be a loan deal for next season. I feel a little bit for Samuel Lokonga. I do. But what do I know? What do I know? I don't know much. All right, the next news segment is just talking about on the back of goalkeepers. Matt Turner, clear number 2, is not about to depose Aaron Ramsdale in any shape or form anywhere near. But Nottingham Forest are in talks with Arsenal over goalkeeper Matt Turner after identifying him as an alternative to number 1 Dean Henderson. The Gunners have told the Reds they would only be prepared to let Turner go on a permanent deal. Discussions are ongoing, but as yet the clubs remain apart in their valuations. I've not had any kind of smitten of an idea how much money the Arsenal are asking for. But you were saying international Turner joined the Gunners from New England Revolution back in actually last year. But was restricted to just 7 appearances in Europa League and FA Cup last season, no appearances in the Premier League. And I'll echo my thoughts from the morning show. It's like you bring all your family over from a different country, and you think, right, I'm going to have a long career here. Football being football, in one day, out the next. And I do feel a little bit for footballers, across all the generations, because they're not only footballers, they're human beings. They have their families, don't they, and their friends and what have you. And they come from sometimes one country where they don't speak, of course, their language, but going to a different country. I'm not talking about Matt Turner in that sense because he can speak English, but sometimes players move from one country where their mother tongue come to another country where they have to learn a new language. And as what happens, well, the club after one season they decide they don't want you. Anyway, we got onwards. I think I said from the morning show, I've got my work cut out, man. I've been out of the loop. I've got some work to do, homework to do. But in regards to Ferran Torres, I'm just thinking a lot of you might have, at least content creators, might have done videos in regards to Ferran Torres coming to Arsenal. Well, no. He said that the names on Barcelona's transfer list are placed by the journalists. I have a contract here at Barcelona. I'm going to stay here. I don't care what is said about me. I'm going to work like everyone here at Barcelona. So Ferran Torres will not be coming to Arsenal anytime soon. Not ever. Never. So there you go. Now you might be thinking, why does Alex have, if you could just see, his eyes peering between those 2 messages from John the Geezer Gooner. Why does Alex have Gabriel Jesus there? Well, I'll give you a little bit of a lead-up story. So whilst I was on my holidays, we got back to the hotel after a wonderful day. I thought I'm just kind of checking a little bit on some Arsenal news, and I saw this video. Actually, what was it? Was it a video? Something came up anyway, a notification about Gabriel Jesus doing an interview. And he explains in this interview why he left Man City to come to Arsenal. And I thought, oh, right, okay. Read it. And anyway, let's put up his face. So where is he? Where is he? There he is. All right, so you got Gabriel Jesus looking a little bit stern-faced, stone-eyed. And you got Pep Guardiola, his former manager. There you go. So let's kind of set up the story like that, or the images anyway. So why I chose to leave Man City after Guardiola made me cry. Gabriel Jesus has decided to leave, or he decided to leave Man City when coach Pep Guardiola made him cry after leaving him out of the starting lineup in a Champions League game. The Brazilian international worked under Guardiola for 5 seasons at the Etihad Stadium before joining Arsenal last summer. A move, he said, made him feel free. Speaking on the Denilson show, Denilson used to play for Arsenal, Jesus said that turning point in his City career came during their home game against Paris Saint-Germain in November of 2021, when he was named on the bench. There was a Champions League game, PSG at home, in which he put, in inverted commas, Alexander Zinchenko as a false nine. Crazy thing. Jesus said, the day before he didn't even use Zinchenko in training, he had put me in as a striker. Zinchenko even joked with me, that day I felt bad for you. 2 hours before the game, there's a team talk. The team eats, rests for 30 minutes and goes to the game. He told us, the team, I didn't even eat. I went straight to my room crying. I called my mother to talk. I want to leave. I'm going home because he put Zinchenko on and he didn't put me on. He put a left back there. I went crazy. Jesus replaced Zinchenko in the second half and set up the equaliser before scoring a late winner to give City a 2-1 win. I didn't warm up, said Jesus. I felt bad. 5 minutes after Kylian Mbappe scored the goal for 1-0, Guardiola called me. I gave an assist and scored. We turned it around 2-1. In the next Premier League game, a 2-1 win at RB Leipzig, I thought I was going to play, and I didn't play. There was a lot of that with him, in inverted commas, Guardiola, and it's not easy, but one player evolves. It's really hard. That's when I decided I didn't want to stay anymore, and I decided to leave. Jesus joined City in January of 2017 from Matterz and won 11 titles with the Manchester club, Man City that is. During his debut campaign at Arsenal, he scored 11 goals and set up 7 more in 26 league appearances as Arsenal finished second to Man City. Now, I was thinking, very, very interesting. What is your opinion, Alex? Well, my opinion goes like this. You cannot have the power emitting from the players. Player power, I've seen it at Arsenal many times over, even under Unai Emery's era, doesn't look good. The power must always come from the manager's office. And sometimes a manager will make a decision or decisions. It might work, it might not work. But you know what? That's why you have a football team with a manager to make these decisions. As popular or as unpopular they might be, you've got to have the power coming from the manager. Now, I'm thinking, well, it made you cry? Come on, Gabriel Jesus, man. And then I was thinking that it was Gabriel Jesus wanting to come to Arsenal because he could see the process at Arsenal. It wasn't that way. It's what happened at Man City that made him move from Man City to come to Arsenal. So it was the other way around. That's why he came to Arsenal, because Pep Guardiola made him cry. You've got, listen. That is just the way it is. Managers are there to make decisions, and they will die by those decisions, or they'll be triumphant with those decisions they made there. A false nine? Zinchenko, a false nine? I mean, it probably upset me as well, but that's the manager's decision. I'm sorry. Come on, Jesus, man. Come on. He made you cry. God damn me. And you know what? So, just to end the story, out my holidays, I saw the comments. I sent the video to Gooner Matterz, who has done a wonderful job for Canon 4 TV. Again, he did some free shows for us last week whilst I was on my holidays. I sent the video, and I said, look at this. Look at this. He made him cry. Come on, Gabriel Jesus. Come on, man. And again, it is the manager's decision. And at the end of the message, I put for Glenwyn, I said, Glenwyn, Pep Guardiola is ruthless. Very, very ruthless. And I get it. He can afford to be ruthless because ruthless means you want a certain outcome. You want a certain reaction. Oh, so was it 5 titles now in 6 seasons? That is the reaction he wants. You can cry all you want, man, but the manager, that's why, yeah, managers make those decisions. That's why they're paid a lot of money. So that's my opinion. Anyhow, so that is these are all the new segments, and I tell you what, it just took me over 20 minutes to run through all those. Probably the longest. Probably the longest. So what I'm going to say is again before we go into the live chats, before we go into our Twitter feeds, I've been trying to promote some ideas and some other projects that I have gotten myself involved in, not myself in problems in, involved in, and it's about how can I say this? Generating alternative ways of getting income. And if you have a look at this video, it's quite cryptic. It possibly is cryptic. Have a look at it and I'll explain at the end of this video.
Oh, what was that? What was that?
What was that? Hi, my name is Alex, and as you can see, I earned £40 in cryptocurrency passively. Now, if you want to know how I did it, send me an email at askrepublic1@gmail.com, or alternatively, send me a WhatsApp message at 4479493600741. And maybe you too can earn cryptocurrency passively whilst you eat, sleep, drink, have a shower. So there you go. So if you wanted to know how I did it, yeah, and that rewards whilst I've been sleeping, send me an email. I think the email is somewhere there. Is it there? It's in the description box if you are interested. Anyhow, we'll go onwards. So let's go on our Twitter feed and see if there's been any comments there about the live show, any of the segments. Right, there's not been any comments there. Do you know why? Because everyone's on holiday. And I was on holiday as well. Okay, and so what I'm going to do next before I go into the live chats, there is some business about some of the questions that we've been putting on the platform, transfers, about players. And the one I want to go to first of all, we're going to be, well, we've announced who has won the second annual Canon 4 TV Awards for the best segment on the channel. So we've received 170 votes. I'd like to have seen more votes than 170 votes. I mean, we've got over 20,000 subscribers. So at least 10%, yeah. But anyway. So out of 170 votes, what is your favorite segment on Canon 4 TV? And I'll tell you what, the votes, the lines, whatever it is, they are now closed. You cannot vote anymore. So on 11% of the votes, it has been voted Monday Midday Show, hosted by Glenwyn, aka Gooner Matterz. So, Glenwyn, thank you for doing that segment on the Monday, midday UK time. On 21% of the votes, it is live watch alongs hosted by my brother, Ralph, aka Raz. So, well done, brother. On 23% of the votes, it was Thursday Night Football Show hosted by Ange. I'm trying to get all this information about Ange, the first lady of Channel 4 TV. So well done, coming in second place. And out in front, that's probably the biggest gap actually. The winner for the second annual award ceremony on Channel 4 TV for best segment is Big Sunday Show, hosted by Paul, aka E in the North Bank. So I have since communicated with Paul. We will be sending him a trophy with the Channel 4 TV and everything here. So well done to Paul. It's a segment that's kind of not featured for a while now on the channel, but anyway, I'm not sure whether Paul is watching now, but congratulations to you, Paul. So we'll be sending you a trophy. Well done for that segment there. The Big Sunday for the TV. Pieces I need to kind of catch up on. The latest poll that we did within the last few hours was this stuff about, Aaron Ramsdale and David Raya. Choose only one. Who would you prefer? We've received 329 votes at least. Thank you for that. 16 thumbs up. No comments just yet. But 37% of you have voted for David Raya, and 63% of you have voted for our very own Aaron Ramsdale. Anyway. Okay, so we've kind of caught up on that. Now I believe I can go into the live chat. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? I'm not sure what's happened there. Something's gone wrong here. Spare me a second. I think. Oh, bear me a second. All right. Okay. I think I'm not sure what happened there. Just became unplugged for some reason. All right. So where was I? Ah, yes. So now we can go into the live chat. We've got John the Geezer Gooner who says, Alex, any ideas of when Arsene Wenger statue is being officially unveiled? I have no idea, and actually it was a kind of surprise for me to see the image that he was unveiled, but officially unveiled. Yeah, we did do a poll. Arsene Wenger for me is not the greatest Arsenal manager. Chapman, Bertie Mead, George Graham, then Arsene Wenger, and for those reasons I gave on the morning show. Yeah, and only I think Herbert Chapman only received 4% of the votes. Got to do our homework, guys. If it were not for Herbert Chapman, I don't believe Arsenal would have been the Arsenal we have today. They want the Arsenal we have of today. Well, anyway, Arsenal would not achieve all the things that Arsenal have achieved over the years since Herbert Chapman was the manager. And I think he had an untimely death. I think he died in his 30s. I think late 30s. But yeah, I need to kind of check that one out. But yeah, no idea, John. I've got no idea. Football's a fickle world. You're only as good as your last game. Absolutely. Yes. Big up Rambo. Yeah, no doubt. If anything, there's going to be competition between the two goalkeepers. But it's going to be a task for Mikel Arteta to keep both of them happy if David Raya does sign for Arsenal. Who knows? Right. I'm just thinking, have I missed something else? Oh, so what I'm going to say is that I will be continuing to give you more, live shows throughout this week. Next week, I imagine I'll be back at some kind of placement. Yeah. So let's try and enjoy the time and the segments that I do. There are some videos I'm in the process of editing. Fernan Torres will be one, David Raya will be another one, and some other video transfer news segments that I'll be doing throughout the whole of the week. All right. I believe we have come to an end, actually. Is that it? Let's double check. There's no comments there. Okay, right. Someone's just retweeted that we are live. And let me just retweet it out again. Okay. Yeah. So again, just a final shout out to Glenwyn, aka Gooner Matterz, who stood in the hot seat, the warm seat, his seat hosting 3 live shows for Canon 40 TV whilst I was away on my holidays. So we're not going to send you a check, Glenwyn. We're not going to send you any money, or we might send you some merchandise if there's any more money in the coffers. They've been a little bit short over the last a month or so. But what I will say is thank you so very much for doing that for us on Canon 40 TV. And that's it. It's a community, isn't it? Help one to teach one to help one, as my old mentor would say. So that is it. See this, and actually, just saying that Gooner Matterz has just come into the building. He's coming to the building. As I didn't see that actually. Good day, Alex. Is that not an Aussie greeting? Good day. You're not Aussie. You're South African. Good day. Good day, sport. Well, anyway, yes, I was just probably heard, Glenwood. Thank you so very much for stepping in. I'm hoping towards the end of the week, because there is no easy talk here, I'm giving that a little bit of a rest. I'm hoping this week that I will have some guests. The guests who I had lined up for the show today actually couldn't make it. They couldn't make it. All 3 of them. Well, actually 2 of 3 couldn't make it. But I thought, oh, okay, we'll just put that on layaway and just reschedule that. But I'm hoping that I might have 1 or 2 guests. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday or even a Friday, because you never know. You never know. Glenwyn says Gabby Jesus leaving as he is seeing what is happening. I just hope he didn't run to his room to call his dad and say, Dad, Mikel Arteta made me cry. Oh, I'm leaving. Where's he going to go to next? Maybe back to Brazil? But come on, Gabby Jesus, man. Come on. The manager, that's just the way it is, you know. And I was thinking it wasn't so much that he sort of the process at Arsenal. It was something that upset him at Man City that made him leave Man City to come to Arsenal. So I feel like we're being cheated just a little bit by Gabriel Jesus. Just a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. I don't know. I won't go cry to him. That was my initial thought, man. I think you went to your room. Well, you know, I kind of get it. Because he's in his 20s, you know, he's in a country, you know, not his native country. I'm thinking that you've got to get to this stage where you're playing in probably one of the richest leagues in the world, club leagues. You've had to have gone through a lot of stuff. But just to say that, you know, Pep Guardiola has said you're going to be playing, all of a sudden, you know, in leading up, he didn't play you, and come on, man. You must have gone through some serious trials to get to you, because like I said, the highest level that I played at was county level. That was the highest, and that's not high. That's 1 level above schoolboy football. And I went through some bits and pieces, but to get to where he is, a lot of the players playing in the Premier League, you've had to have gone through some serious stuff. So come on, Gabriel, don't tell me, you know what, Pep Guardiola made you cry because he didn't choose you. Come on. God, come on. Anyhow, evening, Glenwyn, evening. Mikel Arteta have to make a decision regarding Trossard playing through the middle or left side and to be ruthless. I work through an agency. Actually, I've got 2. My name is down on 2 agencies. The course of almost 10 years, that's the way that I work. I like to be in control. If the placement doesn't work out or I'm not feeling, I think, oh, you know what? Much like Gabriel Jesus, I want out, man. Find me a different placement. But anyway, my consultant of the other agency, he's an Arsenal supporter. Dan, the baker's man. And I was saying to him, no, Trossard might just be the dark horse in this new season. Might just be the goals he scored against Barcelona. But I think you're right. You know, if he can be used as an out-and-out winger in place of or alongside Martinelli, but there are decisions to be made. But I tell you what, like I said last season, Trossard, I rate him. But he might just be the dark horse, just behind Martinelli. I want Martinelli to have a great season. For some reason, I've been watching someone sent me like the goals that Martinelli scored for us. And which game was I at? It was a Europa League game. Oh, I can't remember. Standard Liège. Standard Liège at the Emirates where they scored the two goals. That header from that acute angle and then the goal towards the goalkeeper's bottom left hand corner. I thought this youngster is going to be the biz. He's going to be the bee's knees. But Leandro Trossard, mark my words, he might just be the dark horse in the new season. He might be the one. Forget about Kai Havertz. He is not the guy. Trossard, I believe, is going to be the one. You know, when we're all thinking, oh my goodness, we still don't have a player or players that can turn up when the chips are down. But I'm thinking Leandro Trossard just might be that player. Might be. Mark my words. Mark my words, I say it. Oops. Mind you, Alex, I went at my coach after a match. You did not. I did not get a game time in front of all of the players. The next game I played and won. Then the cup game thereafter and promoted to second division. You show off. You show off. Can you show off? Well, I wasn't so lucky. You know, I get sometimes you make decisions, silly decisions. When you're young, I mean, Gabby Jesus is in his 20s. I must have been 12, 13 when I got the chance to play in another county game. And they said, what, do you want us to come and pick you up? Or are you going to make your own way to the coach, the meeting point? I said, you know what? Being a little bit arrogant. I said, no, I'll meet at the coach meeting point. And do you know who was one of the coaches? And I'm not sure whether John is still listening. Is he still listening? Probably not. But school coach at my secondary school, Highbury Grove School, not far away from the Highbury Stadium. He was one of our PE teachers as well. I was just trying to remember his name. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. He played for Tottenham in the 60s. Cliff Jones. Cliff Jones was our PE teacher. It was kind of strange because he, you know, being a Tottenham man, working at Highbury Grove. So anyway, he was one of the coaches. I can't remember the other guy's name. I can see his face now. Cliff Jones says, you know, well, you're selected for the second county game. So the option is, do you want to make your own way there? Or, you know, we'll come and collect you. I said, no, I'll make my own way there. And those of you who know North London, you know, Wood Green, just near Wood Green Station. And what happened? I got lost. I got lost. When I did find a route to Wood Green, I don't know what I was thinking. The coach had already gone. And that was on a Saturday. So on the Monday now, I'm there looking for Cliff Jones. I said, Cliff, where's Cliff Jones? So Alex, what happened? I said, I explained to him what happened. And you know what? It was like, he said, oh, don't worry. You know, it's okay. I said, look, Cliff, you know, I didn't say Cliff. I said, sir, I'm so sorry, you know. He said, no, don't worry about it. You know, it's okay. And then I'm thinking the next county game, they would pick me because I made the apologies. I didn't get a sniff again. That was my one and only opportunity to prove my worth, my quality, because I had a really I'll say a good career playing for Highbury Grove. Yeah, and that's why they chose me to play in the first county game, and it was a final actually, and we lost. So that was it. That was it, and never to be chosen again. So years later now, I went back to Highbury Grove. Cliff Jones was still working there. I said, hey, Cliff Jones. He said, hey, you know, I'm not sure whether he remembered me. I said, hey, Cliff Jones, you know, we're speaking about players who, you know, after all those years, Highbury Grove, I think there probably was one or two players who went on to play for Arsenal or made it at a high level. I said, Cliff, you know, do you think I would have made it as a professional footballer? He said, well, we'll never know. I thought, my goodness. Decisions. Anyway, let's go on. There's the last few comments before I finish this one. Tim and Trossard link up down at the left was not too shabby, mate. So we might see plan A1, A2. Oh, Glenwyn, man, what happened? Oh dear. You know what? Just plan B, man. I just want to see a plan B. But I did not go cry to my mommy. Like, Glenwyn, Glenwyn, behave yourself, man. Even John Geezer. And you know what? When that happened, I didn't go crying to my mum. I said, you know what? That was my responsibility. I think I must have been like 12 or 13 years old. Yeah, 12 or 13. I mean, I was kicking myself, and even up until this day, I think what might have been because again, you're playing the Highbury. The stadium's not too far. There's been so many players that are signed up, schoolboy contracts, and who knows what the future would have would have held for me. But yeah, yeah. All right. Are we going to end this one? But yeah, Leandro Trossard, he might just be the one. He could be the one. But beside Martinelli, behind Martinelli. Anyway, anyway. Are we done, people? Are we finished? Are we finished? Oops. Yeah, my decisions has to be made. Mikel Arteta has his hands full if Raya comes in. But yeah, yeah, I think maybe you missed the beginning of the show, Glenwyn. You've got to have competition all over the pitch. I mean, it's not rocket science, is it? Just have players, got to be ruthless. Again, that keeps those players alive and mindful that if you don't perform, somebody else will come in and take a position. And as we know, sometimes when that happens, a player's career ends very quickly at Arsenal and they get moved on. So you've got to keep the players hungry. Yeah, we've got to be ruthless, but competition is good. But I'm just thinking, where's the stats? Let me show the stats just one more time before I do end this show. The numbers are quite even. The numbers are quite even there. I mean, look at that. You probably have to look at the save percentage, almost 10% difference there. But from what I understand, Raya's distribution is even better than Aaron Ramsdale's. So what is he trying to do? What is he trying to do? Mikel Arteta. I think Mikel Arteta is trying to create competition, and competition is good. Now, we're talking about the goalkeeper. That is if Raya does sign for Arsenal. Let's look at Martinelli. Let's look at Gabriel Jesus. Let's look at Bukayo Saka. Do they have competition? I mean, even in the middle of the park, there is a little bit of competition. The defense, you might say, you could probably need an upgrade on the right hand side, but we've got Urin Timber to provide competition. But I'm still looking at a Gabriel Jesus. I'm still looking at a Bukayo Saka. These guys cannot feel like they're a sure start, a first selection that they know that the name's going to be on that list. They cannot have that feeling. It cannot be so. And we've said we've said, I've seen some comments where people have been saying to me, even on holiday, Alex, we still need a striker. We still need a striker. Where's the striker? Unless Balogun, who knows? Who knows? But we need to have competition across all the positions on the pitch. Without competition, man, you know what happens? Complacency. Yeah, players think, yeah, I'm definitely going to be on the team sheet. Doesn't matter because there's no one behind me, and the manager loves me. Can't have that. Can't have that. Definitely cannot have that. Okay, I think there's been maybe one or two comments, one more comment, and then I'm out of here. I'm all for competition. I rate Raya the best of top 5 goalkeepers. I didn't realize that. I think the stat I was trying to find, he's almost number one in all the stats there. I was thinking, really? Ahead of Ramsdale. And even Thomas Frank, he would say that. But competition is good, man. Competition is good. Hence, let me say Trossard down the middle. Do you know what I think I might do for tomorrow? I might kind of lay out what would be my best starting 11 going into the new season. So there you go, Glenwyn. What is your best starting 11 that you would start for the new season? And anybody else who's watching as well, I can see there's 14 of you watching. Before I end this one here, if you want to, if you like to, if you have like a need to, what will be your starting 11, best 11 going into the new season? Wouldn't be Matt Turner for me. It wouldn't be Matt Turner for me. All right, okay, cool. All right, nice one. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I think I'll do that. I will do that for tomorrow's show. But again, I'm hoping for not good things, but great things for Gabby Martinelli. I just love this guy, man. You know why? Because no matter how he gets injured, and you know we've seen over the last 2 seasons, like Mikel Arteta is always like having a go at him. Get up, get up. Martinelli will always give 110%. Always would be running, keeping his head down. Sometimes his decision making is not great, but the youngster always gives 110%. Now, can all our squad players say the same thing? I don't think they can. I don't think they can. But Martinelli is not looking at any of the other players. He's only concentrated on himself. And he has said Cristiano Ronaldo, he kind of formalizes the way that he plays on Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm talking about Cristiano. We were on his island. Yeah, Madeira. Yeah, on my holidays. But I'm hoping for great things from Gabby Martinelli and Trossard somewhere behind him. Oh, are we finished? I think we're finished. Any more comments? No more comments? Who's that? Okay. Right. No, there's nothing else there. I've just seen something. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start my 11 now. Yeah, those of you watching, yeah, let me know what would be your 11 going into the new season. The strongest 11 that you would choose, and also the formation as well. Ah, you see, you missed it. You missed it. I announced it on the morning show. I announced it maybe 45 minutes ago. But just for you, Glenwyn, nobody else. Nobody else. Just you. Let's have a look here. So, as I announced it earlier on the earlier morning show, again, thank you to those of you who took the time to vote. This time around, we didn't put the vote on Twitter. I thought, well, our main activity is on YouTube. But for the third annual award ceremony on Channel 40, I would like to see at least 10% representative of the 20,000 subscribers that we have. Only 170 votes. I'm grateful, but let's get those numbers up. So, representative of 170 votes. There was 13 thumbs up and 2 comments. I think I've responded to those comments there. On 11% of the votes for your favourite segment on Channel 4 TV was Monday Midday Show. And I did say actually a little bit earlier on, Glenwyn, thank you for doing that segment on the Monday. Okay, it says there, Monday Midday Show. And that's a UK time over here. So thank you for that. On 21% of the votes was the live watch-alongs hosted by my brother, Ralph, aka Raz. And I said jokingly, could you imagine if I had to buy a trophy and give the trophy to my brother? That wouldn't happen, man. That wouldn't happen. And then on second place, on 23% of the votes, it was Thursday Night Football Show hosted by Ange, the First Lady on Channel 4 TV. So well done to Ange. And then out in front, the winner clearly in this one, on 45% of the votes, it was the Big Sunday Show, hosted by Paul, aka The Bray, aka In the North Bank. I have since communicated with Paul. We'll be sending him the trophy, but he must make sure that he sends a photo of him holding the trophy. So the second annual award ceremony for your favorite segment, live segment on California TV, has been won by Paul, the Big Sunday Show on a Sunday. So well done to Paul. So that's it, Glenwyn. You missed it when I first announced it. I should consider a live Monday midday show. I think you should. I think you should. I think you should. Yes, congratulations to Paul. Yeah. So we'll be sending them a trophy, and again, he's got to take a photo, and we'll feature the photo of him holding the trophy. I think we didn't even show Ange. Was it Ange and who was it? Well, anyway. So, but they did send us a photo, but we didn't feature the photo alive. But anyway, these have been the segments running on this show here on Monday. And like I said, this week we'll be doubling up. So one show in the morning and one in the evening. Maybe until next week when I get, situated in a placement. In which case, let's try and make the most of the time we have this week. To you listening to me over here, just talk about, come on, Gabba Jesus, man. Come on. You went home and cried to your mom. I mean, not that I wouldn't, I'd be too proud. I'll probably say that. But I'm thinking, for that reason there, you must have gone through a lot to get yourself to almost the highest level. You represented your country. Now you're representing still one of the biggest clubs, in England at least. So come on, man. Come on. Anyhow, thank you for also coming into the live chat. See, it was populated, but there should have been some more comments than that. But I will be back tomorrow evening, giving some more live news segments. I've got some errands to run. I've got some food to cook before the wife comes. Don't tell her I said so. Don't tell her. I might be in trouble. She's probably watching, thinking, yeah, I see you now. Yeah, I'm on my way home now. I'll see you now. Anyway, I shall see you same time, same place, a different day. Until then, don't go crying to your mama. Please, don't do it. Don't do it. This has been Canon for the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.
Huh. What was that? What was that?
What was that? Hi, my name is Alex, and as you can see, I earned £40 in cryptocurrency passively. Now, if you want to know how I did it, send me an email at arsenalpublic1@gmail.com, or alternatively, send me a WhatsApp message at 44799360741. And maybe you too can earn cryptocurrency passively whilst you eat,